I just don't get a break. I just don't get a break overall. All I'm going to do is just continue with more work. Joining me on the casual set for the patch notes this week, it's called Fafnir's Wonderland, if you didn't know. It's Chris Larson, obviously been on the show before. We've also got Tina, who's been on the show before. And in the middle there, Matty. Matty, what do you do?
Hey, I make levels for Smite.
I wonder what kind of levels. We'll find out as the show goes on, but you guys are going to be joining me.
You do other stuff too.
He does?
He does.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like what?
He's working on a new god.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, you can do that, Chris. Not many of us can do that. And we're like, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say which god he's working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Until like 20 minutes in the show, then
yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
Right?
Well, I don't know about any spoilers.
Fafnir's Wonderland, and we're going to start things off straight away with skins. We've got 6 skins and 2 mastery updates for you this week. I'm going to start things off with Mercury. It's going to be called Captain Quick Mercury, and he looks very fast there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I was actually talking to Chuck earlier about it, and he said that, well, Chuck and the artists. Oh.
Go on, what did you say? Chuck the artist?
Chuck and the artists. So I'm just gonna call them chartists.
Chartists.
Actually, it's kind of weird because it sounds kind of
Chuck's
like charting.
leaders.
Chark and the chart. Okay, wait, whatever. Well, they really wanted it to.
Tina Pulley.
I know. I'm sorry.
I love Tina. Tina's the best. She dropped a poop joke already.
damn
We've
it.
been on air 65
No,
seconds.
she's snorting.
Wait, so I was talking to him about it, and he said, well, you know, Mercury, when he first came out, he was very superhero-like anyway, so they were just going to go with what he was initially supposed to be, like kind of superhero-y, and then so the skin was actually long in the making already.
So it's taken a long time for it to come out.
Yeah.
Though. Were you in charge of the voice pack here, Tina?
I actually think Maddie.
I did part of it, yeah.
Oh,
I had
never,
help.
Oh.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
I did help with some of the jokes.
Never own up to making anything, okay? No
It was
full
fun wearing
responsibility
this
at
back.
No,
all.
it was really, yeah.
Okay, we'll see how it sounds, because now you got the whole world knows exactly who was involved in that. And there it is on your screen right now. And I believe this is not part of the Odyssey. It is just available for purchase. Is that correct, Chris?
I don't know.
Okay, I
It's
believe
direct
so
purchase.
anyway.
Direct purchase?
Direct purchase,
Do
boys
we
and
do
girls.
those?
What are those? I've never heard of those. How do they work?
It's not exclusive?
No.
I don't know.
Limited?
Must be a mistake.
Is it limited?
Oh.
It's probably a mistake.
Okay, well, here's a little look at him, and he looks fantastic. He looks like a real, true superhero.
That's pretty cool.
Now, we
Yeah,
could
I like
show off some of his abilities in game as
His
well.
effects are really good.
I haven't
do
seen
like
it yet.
Yeah, his effects are really good.
So there's a maximum velocity as well. Sorry, I was just sat watching him start. Oh, the stars.
Looks so good.
He's
Yeah.
so quick.
And the lightning is more yellowy or gold.
I'm going in. Let's take him down. I'm always interested in what they're saying.
See it? Ooh.
He looks like a real superhero now. There's
Yeah.
a lot of superheroes that seem to be even taken out into the skin as well.
I want to hear this voice pack.
Go for it. Let's listen.
Oh yeah!
Okay, stop now. I'm done.
You're pretty cool. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh, wow,
Oh
that's
my
annoying.
See, you guys don't think about
Classic
this,
Google
right?
spam.
About people spamming that over and over again.
No, we
know.
think about it.
Oh.
So that's why you do
we
it,
think
right?
about it.
I don't mean
we
to
think
brag,
about it.
but yeah, I'm pretty good. Attack left lane. Defend right lane. All right, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, and I'd much prefer the hard way. I have a fear of speed bumps. I'm slowly getting over it, though.
That was bad.
Yeah, that
Catch up,
was.
please. You're going slower than the speed limit. I can hit you 1,000 times before you hit me once.
And the good old laugh spam. Thank you
Yep.
so much for that one. Looks really good. He also has a mastery skin as well. Are we able to show that at all? I may not have. Actually, we should actually see what he throws at as well. We see the masteries in a second. Golden. There you go. We're going to see it on the screen as well. The mastery skin's updated with Mercury in this patch as well.
Looks good.
He has flesh now. That's what I love about the new mastery
Yeah.
skins.
Yeah.
They have flesh.
Yeah, I really like the new
Yeah,
direction that
they
we're taking.
actually
it,
look
yeah.
like humans.
Yes, that's the big key there with this as well. Tina, what's up? Tina, why are you making hand motions?
Oh,
Talk.
no reason.
No reason. Okay. Well, Mercury on the screen there. There's the base version of the mastery updates
Yeah,
as well.
he's got that.
Yeah, he has a dance too.
We
Yes.
added a dance.
We were
Yeah, we
getting
added-
to that, Tina.
Oh, I'm sorry.
you're spoiling.
I didn't even
Last
know
time
that.
we didn't mention a dance. Okay.
We didn't mention the dance last time. That is true. However, that's good. He looks good in that one.
I'm
I
like
the black and
reminder
gold.
Tina over here.
Tina, just say it next time.
All right.
Making hand signals
I
is
just
really
did,
fun.
no. It's the thing is, I wasn't trying to do code. I just wasn't sure if it was gonna spoil if it wasn't in this patch, you know. So I wasn't sure. That's why I was like gesturing to
And there's your new
El Presidente over
beautiful
here.
Diamond Mercury skin as well. So that's going to be available in the next patch to go alongside the Captain Quick Mercury. Next up on the list is, I believe this is part of the Odyssey, is Barbarian Thor.
Look at that card art.
That reminds me of something.
Is it Conan the Barbarian?
It
Are
well,
we-
it kind
are
of
we allowed to
reminds
say
me of
I
that.
said it too late
You
now,
did
but
say it.
I'm sorry.
You're
He
not
looks like
supposed to say
Conan.
that.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. No one told me.
The chartists actually said that it was kind of loosely based on Frank Frazetta
Okay.
art. So
So does he wield a sword in game?
I hope so
I would-
because there's
Oh,
or
it's an
not.
axe.
Surprise,
Wait, no,
surprise.
behind him.
Spoilers.
He has
A sword.
fake one
Yes, Tina.
that he
probably
doesn't
does
use
have a big
apparently.
one.
Classic.
It's
Classic.
it's for
arts.
looks only.
The bigger they are, the better they are just to look at and stare at. Just like that axe that
Yeah.
this
That axe.
Barbarian Thor
The
has
axe
available
is
to him.
awesome.
It is. I like the lightning effects on it too. It's like if they took Thor's hammer and melted it into an axe instead. It's still got
Yeah.
the same effects.
Ooh, it just this is a.
Yeah, can you just throw it backwards and forwards? Yeah.
That's
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
That looks painful. Now I do like the wall on this one. I will say the wall on this looks really cool. But it looks really
Oh,
tall
look.
at the same
Haven't
time.
See how
even
much
seen it
damage
yet.
that axe does? I think it actually
Oh.
does more damage.
The axe does more damage?
Yeah.
Pay the win
Yeah.
skins.
Well, I always knew that. I mean, a lot of fans at
Yeah.
home don't know that, but like when you have a skin, you do one additional DPS
Yeah.
at all
well,
times.
we finally jumped the shark.
Ah,
You know?
I don't get that idiom.
You know?
You
No.
know? Tina, please.
I know there's many.
You are doomed. They come down. Just show the wall again and just goes to the side of it, just so you can see, because I was not paying attention. But the wall itself looks really good. It's like a fence, which
Yes.
looks really.
Oh, I
cool.
love that wall
It's
though.
huge though. It looks
very
really
barbaric.
So
cool.
good.
And the ultimate is there as well. Let's listen to the voice pack on this skin.
Okay.
Your
That's-
strength is impressive. Truly.
Were you snorting?
Stop snorting.
No one can stand before me.
Oh god.
No one can stand before me. Attack left lane. Defend the middle lane.
This is very different than his default voice pack. It's good.
Are you the best the enemy can muster? You don't look strong.
Is it different kind
Did
of
he just
cocky
give him
than the
the-
default?
Yeah.
one? That's what,
What
it
do
kind
you
of feels
call
like
a
to me.
raging barbarian?
Who did this one?
Whatever
AJ?
you want, as long as you're
I'm not quite
fleeing. I don't trust wizards. What kind of self-respecting man fights in his bathrobe?
Kind of sounds like fish.
Yeah.
I think it's fishy.
Fishman actually made it. Actually did
Actually.
this as well. Well, we mentioned 2 mastery skins I did in the intro, so we might as well have a little look at Thor's version then, because he is here in all his glory.
Look at that.
I love the card art. The card art is one thing that Hyres has stepped up over the years so
Oh yeah.
much.
Lately it's been getting really good.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand, including icons too, which we make.
Well, you know, all of our card art is done internally now.
or, is
Or
it
at least most of it. There might be a couple pieces. We used to outsource all of that, but now we just have some rock stars.
and those rock stars produce this icon. You know,
Yeah.
this the sort of card art we
Yeah.
see all the time now. Most of them are just great for screensavers, let alone anything else, or at least wallpapers for the game. There's a little look at Thor in his base one, and then the black and gold. That's my favorite color scheme. That I think is the black and gold. Definitely my preferred option. And finally,
That
The
looks good.
Look at his
diamonds.
eyes.
Where's my diamonds?
Looks like Game of Thrones, you know?
Wait, what?
The legendary, like very Game of Thronesy.
In
No?
what aspect?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Just
yeah.
I conjured up that
I
image.
can't
when
say
You
it
that.
mean
came out.
the
can't say
icy?
color
This
the
feels like
icy
more Game of
people?
Thrones, I think.
the diamond one?
It feels more
More
wintry,
snowy?
The
northern.
night
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's very regal looking anyway. Looks very expensive in that Thor skin, but we've still got more skins to come. And this one, I believe, is part of the Odyssey as well. Hail to the King Tyr.
This is badass.
Shotgun on his arm.
I wish I could
I
play
love his
Tyr,
arm, dude.
but I suck at this character.
I just don't get the reference.
What?
Kappa.
The Kappa.
The Kappa was the key there overall. Hail to the King. It is a chainsaw by the looks of it in terms of a sword. And he has a shotgun equipped to his right wrist.
Yes.
I was going to say hand, but he's not got a hand.
No, Fenrir's got it.
He's armless. You get it?
I get it. Yeah.
Not really.
Oh,
It is great. Oh, look at the work on that. I didn't even see the shotgun shells and things as well.
Yeah.
What's the package on his left leg? What was it?
It's a book or something?
Is it medical supplies? Oh, it's the Book of Demons or something like that. Okay.
Dang.
The Army of Darkness book. It could be that as well.
Hmm.
Well, he looks fantastic. Let's have a look at his abilities as well.
You ain't stopping me. Here I come.
I wish he'd fire the shotgun though. That's the only downside to this. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
if that was shotgun fired, it'd be even better.
Yeah.
Like after a fearless power cleave, he
He'd be
shoots
like,
him in the face. Yeah.
just like that.
And just reload it as well.
Yeah, dude.
Now this comes with a voice pack as well, as you can see, which we should be able to show you.
It sounds like he's trying to start up the chainsaw, but it's not really starting up.
I just
you know
don't
what I'm
think,
saying?
I don't think he's intelligent enough to realize that he could shoot the shotgun and the chainsaw actually activates. That's what I kind of
Right.
feel like.
Yeah, he's hitting. He thinks it's a sword,
Yes.
which is very strange.
He thinks it's already on. He might be deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be his issue. He's just
Yeah.
not realize it's not activated. He can't even feel the vibrations.
He's deaf from the amount of chainsaw noise he hears every day.
Oh, you hear it
every
there. You
life.
can hear it on the ultimate as it
That's
revs up.
true. Can we do that again?
There you go.
Yeah, the little red
Oh,
effects.
no,
That's
it's yeah.
Well, let's listen to the voice pack that comes with this skin as well.
Oh, yeah! You're slaying! Boom, baby! Who else wants some? Attack left leg.
I'm really getting sick of the over-sexualized males that we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't look at me.
It's all the time, Chris.
It's like
Do you know how hard it
it's
is
like
to be on a Patch
really.
Note show every week?
It's like, do we really have to do this for money? Do we have to
Every
take
time.
their shirts off?
Do we have to take female shirts off?
No, we don't.
Hail to the king too. He's trying to tell you to be quiet.
We put more clothes on the females than represented in
Okay,
mythology.
but
getting
you
a
know
little
how
too
much I've
serious for me on Patch
advocated
Notes right now.
Chippendale's Chuck. I really want a Chippendale's Chuck.
I'm okay with that.
No.
Right?
What?
I'm
Whoa.
okay with that.
No, seriously, bow tie,
A bit of
and then
man
like,
junk
you know, and he makes it rain when he swings, and he holds a freaking pole. Please.
No.
I don't know about the pole, but you went a bit too far there. Tina.
Yeah, you
Calm
went too
down.
far,
Too
Tina.
far.
All
Too
right,
far, Tina.
all right. I'll
Too
tone
far,
it down.
Tina.
I'll
That's
take
your
it
name.
down. I'll take it down.
Congratulations.
Pon saying quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
You're
Sorry,
slaying.
Ponsky.
Only one of us is gonna survive this.
Whoa.
And it's gonna after fighting hordes of the undead. Not much else really phases you.
Are you a zombie or just brain dead? Didn't someone famous say, speak softly and carry a big stick? Well, I took
We can't see chat, so I don't know how if they like this or not.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough.
Did they see his shotgun
just
arm
predict
fly
it.
off and he
Okay.
caught it?
Are you seeing chat?
Nope. Should we just make it up?
All right.
What do you think chat
He
saying?
said
Do you
chat
think?
loves
What do you
this.
think chat would
Chat
say?
loves this. Chat spam.
You
how
think-
much you love it. Oh
There you go.
God.
It says it there at the bottom. Gone Pon is telling us exactly
What
what
did
they
Pon
think
I
about
say?
it.
still can't tell. I don't know.
Well, next skin on the list is gonna be. It's Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat.
Oh,
or
God.
rather,
This
it's
is-
Geb this
this
time.
is gonna be so good.
Snowman Geb is here, and this is probably my favorite skin in the patch. I've got to be honest.
Yep. This
Because of one thing.
this is the best skin of the patch.
Because of one thing that I saw in this skin that it took me a few seconds to realize. I went, oh, that's amazing, and I'll show you when we get into it as well. So.
Okay.
The card art looks fantastic here as well. Once again,
Mm-hmm.
making little Christmas trees. And there he is. Look at him. He's all happy and glowing. The Christmas trees in his arms and his little hat on. And what's that on his back? Go.
Trains.
No,
It's a
no, no.
train.
Go into his
I
back.
love that thing.
Train
That is
sets.
going round.
it's so awesome.
Oh.
You haven't you
Okay,
didn't know
okay, I
that,
see it, I see
Matt?
it.
You didn't see that?
What, on the
The
train
train.
set? No, I knew about the train set. I
Okay.
saw something else.
The train
Oh, you
says-
saw
are we-
something else?
Are we
Yeah.
talking about the abilities? Is that what you're thinking about?
No.
No,
We'll see.
he's-
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go through Geb's abilities after looking at him. This is going to be the Snowman skin, which is called Snowman Geb, surprisingly enough. Yes, he does say, don't eat that yellow snow, just so you know. And he does grow in size as he rolls
You
out.
need to hit something.
I see some yellow.
Don't eat that yellow snow. Oh, you ate it. Okay, so I've not hit a target with it, but I did hear it say, don't eat that yellow snow.
Who did this voice pack?
Sounds like Tina.
We all
Of course it's Tina.
Yeah.
My God.
Sorry. I love this one. I know I'm laughing at my own jokes, but I just
Yeah, you have to though.
Oh, I love the snow that comes up from there as well. The 2 gives you
Look at his
snow. The
footprints.
shields gives you a snowy shield as well that glows around you. And
There's so much snow.
I know.
snow everywhere.
This is the most festive skin we've done so far, I
I
think.
know.
I like the snow trail he leaves behind
Yeah.
as well. Don't eat the yellow snow, guys, at home. If you don't know what that
What
is,
about
ask
what
your
about
parents.
Jingle Hell though?
Whoa, whoa.
Jingle Hell is so good.
I think Snowman's going to beat, man.
I'm not a fan of.
well,
I'm not a fan of Jingle Hell.
Let's listen to Geb's voice pack first of all and see what it's like.
Your left tower is under attack.
Stay cool.
Stay cool.
Awesome. I'm the best. I'm the best.
He's not the best, he's an
Attack
ego.
left lane. Defend middle lane. I just want to hug you forever.
Wow.
If I roll over you, you won't feel a thing.
That's good.
What
Nice.
happened to the snow girl who had an argument with the snow boy? She gave him the cold shoulder. What
Wow.
do you call a snowman that tells tall tales? A snow fake.
A snow what?
Us.
Snow fake.
Snow fake.
Pom, play
Tina?
the other jokes.
Tina, that was it.
What's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? Snowballs.
Oh, God.
Oh wow.
Oh, God.
Tina. this.
All right. That was pretty good.
Wow.
Next up on the list, you can't just release one Christmas skin.
I'm
oh
sorry.
no, we have to release more Christmas skins. And the next one is Festive Ratatoska.
Oh my
Yes.
So adorable.
Is this the
Look
one
at
that
him.
we made you take out some of the lines?
Yes. A lot of the
Is it because they were rude lines by chance?
Not rude.
Negative.
No.
Not rude.
Oh.
More
Okay.
just inappropriate.
Oh, inappropriate.
too much Tina.
Tina and inappropriate? That would never happen.
no
surely.
way.
Well, let's go to the game and see exactly how this skin looks. It's going to be available very, very soon, but as you can see from the card art straight away, he looks very clean. What's he eating there? Is that chicken or is it turkey or?
It's a
Cookie.
cookie.
Cookie
You
and
fool?
milk.
Don't they
Oh,
have
yeah.
those
Or
anywhere?
Santa.
Sorry, I'm not even looking
Wow.
at it 3D. It looks like a leg of chicken to me right now. I don't know why it looks like a leg of chicken. I can see cookie in it now. That kind of makes sense.
But it's for Santa, but he's eating it.
Yeah.
Why
How
are you-
rude.
He's
Wait,
supposed to be
he's a
naughty
reindeer.
because I wrote him to be naughty.
Oh, well, he's a reindeer. though.
He's a naughty
Rudolph.
squirrel.
Right. He's an.
Like he's got Rudolph's
But
nose.
he's a little
and he's got
shit.
antlers as well.
All right. Look.
Hey!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I take it
Yeah.
down.
He's a little poopy face.
He's a little poopy face.
I got you. He's a little poopy
Stealing
face.
a poopy cookie
That's right.
from Santa.
Yeah.
So
Let's go with that.
yes.
Good save.
I don't even understand that.
Me neither. Go ahead. Let's go with it. We're currently waiting for the skin to get ourselves in game with that one, so don't worry. But obviously, with the Ratatoska, we've got a few other things coming out as well as time goes on. We will have one other Christmas skin to show you a little bit later after the Ratatoska one. I'm not going to give any details away right now. Oh, should we give some details away now?
Of what?
The next Christmas skin, just so you can see both before we see them in game?
Why not?
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Chris's choice. You sure, Chris?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. There you go. On your screen, you can see it now. It's Sleigh Bells Chiron. We made him a reindeer.
So pretty.
It was only logical, I think.
We basically took a horseman and just made him a reindeer.
We have all kinds of game now. We have, the moose,
We have moose.
and then now we have a reindeer.
This is true. Now we just see someone
Which
ride them next
tastes
time as well.
better?
Moose or reindeer?
No, yeah.
Probably moose, right?
Are we talking about the animal moose or are we talking about moose?
What?
The animal. Wait, what?
What?
There's
What's
another thing called moose, right?
Mm,
It's me being English.
I'm not
Oh, there's the
following.
Oh.
moose.
Oh.
Moose.
No, he's talking about like chocolate mousse.
Yeah, that's what I was
Mm.
talking about.
Oh no, I'm talking about the meat of
Oh.
the reindeer.
I've
and
had
the
reindeer.
moose.
I've never had moose before. It's a bit weird. Anyway, but there he is, and you got. I love how festive he's looking. He looks like a little Christmas elf reindeer.
The chartists
The
really
best way I
wanted
can
him to
say.
be elegant.
You didn't do the voice pack this one, right?
I did all
'Cause-
three.
You did all the Christmas.
Oh,
voice
really?
All the Christmas ones.
Because
Yeah.
this one was supposed to be nice.
Yeah, listen to it.
Is
I
it
know
nice?
that's what Chuck was telling
I don't know
me.
if
It's
it's nice.
supposed to
Okay.
be like really
Doesn't look
elegant
nice.
and
I do like that image on the ground there when he uses that one though, Sagittarius. It's like, yeah, it's good. I know it's the normal one, but still good. Still one of my favorites. He does say some voice lines when he pops his 2 as well, just so you know. I'm just trying to let the production team know about the 2. He does say it, promise you.
I like his little coat. His little
It's
coat's so
festive.
cute. Yeah.
It's festive and keeps him warm
Yeah.
too and gives you the Christmas spirit. So
He kind of
Yeah.
looks like a reindeer
Vic-
chestnut man.
how many Christmas skins does that put us up to now? Like 12 or 14 or?
Ooh.
No idea.
Too many to count now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's too
I'd
many
say
to
closer to
count.
I
10.
can't even think of all the Christmas
I can't
skins we
think of
have.
them all.
Yeah.
Like I said, Jingle Hell is what came to my mind.
Yeah, Jingle Hell's.
What? Oh, we have the new wall one, right?
Yeah,
there's
new
Jinwei,
wall.
We have
there's
Bacchus as
Jinwei,
well.
There's Bacchus.
Bacchus.
Yeah.
Bacchus. Fenrir.
I think this
Fenrir.
year's though, they blow all those out of the water.
This year's
Of
best
course.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year,
Yeah.
best year.
Well, he does have a voice pack, so hopefully we can have a little listen into it.
Woo-hoo! You are amazing.
Oh, he's friendly.
See?
Very merry, miss.
Merry Miss.
Very merry, miss.
What does that mean?
It just means like, like Merry Christmas, just Merry Muss.
Merry Mass.
I should have
Merry
reviewed this.
Xmas, Merry Muss without the X. Oh, come on.
Merry
Stop
Mass.
I am jolly good.
I'm jolly good.
Merry Mass.
Please, just jingle away.
Is he supposed to be an English moose?
Yeah, dude.
He is now.
Do not make me call
He's not a
all
moose,
my
he's a
reindeer
caribou.
pals. I've got one for you.
That's right, he's
How
a
many
reindeer.
deer would a reindeer rain if a reindeer could rain deer?
Stop.
Wow.
These people may be merry, but they aren't very bright.
Tina.
I can win without minions. I can win without stacks. I wrap all my winnings in gold-colored bags.
What?
That was awesome.
Thank you. High five. Yes.
That was not awesome.
Was it supposed to rhyme?
Yeah, it didn't rhyme.
It didn't rhyme. It said bags at the end.
Instead of other things.
Exactly.
It sounded close.
It wasn't close enough, though.
But
Well, let us.
It's debatable.
Tina, when you play these skins that you have designed the voice packs for, do you just sit and giggle the whole time you're playing?
yes,
Yeah,
she
and I
does.
also,
She does.
Yeah. There's lots of stories that I can't tell.
Okay.
We say
One day.
what happens in the playtest room stays in the playtest room.
Oh, for example, Capri Lobster. There's this one time, how he goes like, right? I do that
Yes.
every time, but my own voice, even though he doesn't do it. So I'm like, come here.
That sounds pretty close to the real one.
I know, because I
pretty good.
told the guy to do that when I did it.
Wow.
And he copied me.
He copied you
He copied me
Word for word.
excellently. Yep.
perfectly.
Yep.
Well, we should be able to see the Ratatoska skin as well now as we're going to bring that up on your screen for the final one, which is Festive Ratatoska. Now, I will say that we can't show it, but I know that when he spawns into game, he says some delightfully negative things that make me very happy. I love negative skins.
You
heard it?
I did hear it on the spawning, earlier today.
He's like naughty Santa Claus or something.
He's like evil Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only he was green.
I am. Who's the squirrel? I am. Who's the squirrel? I am. Good stuff. That was wild. Woohoo! Check out this ugly sweater.
Your right
I
tower
got your
is under
mom
attack.
to make it for me last night.
Wow.
What
Inappropriate.
crackers, fruitcake, and nuts remind me of. You! I left you a little surprise in your stocking. Hint, it's not cold. What do
Wow.
crackers, fruitcake, and nuts remind me of. You! I might be small, but I am mighty. I won't be roasting chestnuts. I'll be roasting you. I've got a mistletoe in my back pocket just for you. It's nutcracker season, if you know what I mean. The
Well,
middle
there's
thing,
that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There just had to be a poop joke in there.
Yeah,
There
just-
were
You
more.
know-
you know
we
me.
we
You know
actually took a lot of them out.
Yeah.
What, most of them?
At least
Like 90%.
70%. 70.
70%. Well, that's not a real surprise with Tina. And with that
See you,
will
Tina.
be
Are you coming
Ratatoska.
back?
Tina's leaving us now because we're bringing on a man that doesn't know how to work the camera at the same time as Be on the Desk until now.
Yeah, man, I'm.
Pompon has upgraded finally.
Yeah, I can
to-
do this and talk about balance changes, why things are on screen.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Are we ready for patch notes, Sam?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are you guys ready for patch notes? It's about time. We're a little bit delayed. Apologies for that. But, certain teams had to go to the World Championships. And
Yeah.
and Pompon had to, get himself ready.
Those are actually really cool games to watch. We got here and got to watch like the last two.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great.
very
Well,
good.
let's start things off with achievements. Actually, I do just want to mention one other thing as well. We do have a couple of other things that are going to be in the patch as well, such as Mercury's Dance, which hopefully we may be able to get to see later on. I'm not sure. Production will let me know. As well as we also got the Rat and Roll Odyssey avatar. The cutesy Fafnir avatar is going to be in as well. And Ferocious
Hen. Ferocious hen.
Okay, which we'll explain to
Yeah.
a little bit.
There's
later on.
context that needs to go with that.
And we'll go
Yeah,
into that in a second. I believe production said we've got the Fafnir one ready. I guess we can show that. Can we, production? Cool, show me. Production says sure, so there we go. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to show, but
That
let's
is
just
not
show that
even-
now.
A huge spoiler.
That's, what are they doing?
Let's be honest, it's not a Fafnir avatar, is it? But I think we'll come back to that a little bit later on, and we'll start things off with achievements, just to start the day.
That looks like an ice rink.
I wonder what that could be.
I have no idea. Literally no clue.
No idea.
Me neither, production. Okay, so achievements is this week, the biggest achievements of them all is just going to be for Toth or Toph or Teeth or whatever you want to call it. Thoth is going to get some achievements this week, and the first one is going to be Wall of Death. As Toth, use a single glyph of pain to augment the basic attacks of at least 2 of your teammates to 1 tower or objective.
Yep.
And the second one will be Narrow Escape, and this will be as Toth, use Evade and Punish to kill an enemy god while you are 25% or lower HP. Simple.
Pretty easy to do, yeah. If you're panic, use it, and then hit someone and kill them.
Okay.
Has high enough damage, it can do it.
Well, now I guess we can go into what we just saw on the screen there. And one of the reasons we probably got Matt on the set and Chris Larson as well is what you just saw on screen a second ago. Fafnir's Wonderland, the name of the patch, surprisingly enough. Yes, we have a new PvE game mode coming to you guys this patch.
Yes.
And it's going to be running up until Christmas or after Christmas, or do we know a time, Chris? 4 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, no weeks?
Till January.
January.
Yep.
Okay. And Fafnir's Wonderland, I'm going to read this out so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong with this, but I'm just going to read straight from the patch. It's basically, Fafnir's Winter Wonderland brings you 15 all-new encounters where players will battle against all of the winter holiday skins on that map you see that we showed you a little bit earlier. Now, there is going to be 2 versions of this game as well. There's an easy or a hard mode as well.
Yep.
All 15 encounters are broken into Tier 1 and Tier 2 versions. The Tier 2 version adds additional elements to the encounter, making them more challenging. The easy mode, you'll start at round 1, fighting against each of the 15 encounters on Tier 1, and at round 16, you'll change to the Tier 2 encounters as well.
It's like doing a dungeon on heroic mode.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's exactly the same thing as like you do it normal through, and then
Yeah.
you can make it more upgraded and more difficult with
Yeah.
extra features. So
Yeah.
when you get to that like more difficult mode and the harder one, they get more abilities and things? Is that what's going to
Yeah,
happen?
they unlock special abilities that you wouldn't see in the first one.
And from what I
Yeah.
can tell as well, it says, I'm reading it, like it's all Christmas skins that you're against. So you fight against all the other Christmas skins.
It's
Not all, but most.
We tried to use as
Okay.
many as we could
Yeah.
in all the
yeah,
encounters.
it's very festive.
Now, there is going to be achievements involved in this as well, from what I understand, just so you guys
Yep.
at home know as well. For the achievements, you will...
You
let me
get
just see.
ferocious hen.
You get the Ferocious Hen, which we mentioned a little bit earlier, and I will
That was my idea, by the way.
a Ferocious Hen.
Good.
Well, it was also I also named it because they were going to call it hen.
Okay.
I was like, what hen? What is that supposed? I didn't understand.
So you want it to be a
Yeah.
ferocious one,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah, because you want it scary.
Once
That's
you see the context for it, you'll understand why it's ferocious.
Okay. Well, hopefully...
Are we going to see it in context?
Are we?
Not here, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
once
that's too
once the
bad.
experience
yeah,
starts.
I
too
don't
bad.
want to spoil that one.
Yeah.
I want to keep.
That's true.
Okay, so with the design of this, obviously, Matt, you were involved in making this and making it a thing that happened for it. What are the best things about this that we're going to see in the Winter Wonderland?
I think.
man.
Without giving too much away.
Okay.
There's so
I
many
think the
good
best
things.
thing is we saw people playing this on streams and we watched the stats and stuff, and we realized that we wanted to make the beginning experience fun and
Yes.
not stressful for people trying to learn the encounter. So that's why we broke it up into queues, and then we made the beginning encounters a lot easier to learn, and then we separate it into the tier 2 for people who really want to go ahead and like
The hardcore.
challenge themselves and
Yeah.
So
for
the easy mode
otherwise.
should be like playable for most people in casual queues or just like
Exactly,
queue up
yeah.
on your own. But
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
tier 2 version would be a little bit more difficult for those teams of 5. They can all play together, and if they want to, they can try and earn rewards and achievements that will be available in the Winter Wonderland as
Plus,
well.
when you go to hard, you're skipping the first 15 levels, so you don't have to do that over and over and over
Exactly, yeah.
again.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you're also queued only with people who finish that. When you queue for the hard one, you
Right.
actually are only queued with people who have done the first 15, so they're familiar with the encounters.
That's actually a good point.
Just to be clear as well, you start on easy, you have to complete easy before you can advance to the hard mode as well. So make sure that you do that. Obviously, a full list will be in the patch notes, exactly explaining everything that's going to be going on with that one. But how difficult was it to actually make all the Christmas? What's the hardest boss, Matt?
The hardest boss.
In your opinion, what's the worst god to go against in that right now?
Ooh.
In your opinion? Because everyone had their own opinions
Okay.
in the Jingten Mountain.
I think the hardest one for if you're just solo queuing, I think the hardest one's gonna be the Geb encounter.
Is it the same as
Akin?
Jingten Mountain one?
No.
Sorry?
Is it the same as Jingten
No,
Mountain?
no, it's different. Way different.
How could it be worse than that?
It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be hard.
Oh, it's
And
going to be shields, isn't it? It's
you
just
guys
gonna be
better use
shields and shields and
VGS and,
shields.
you communicate with
it.
each other and
Which one's the Geb one?
I can't explain
It's not the
it
it's
without
not the
exploding.
wall one, is it?
It's the wall one, yeah.
Oh man, that is the best one.
Is it
gonna-
really?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
fun for
All right,
everyone.
tell them a little bit about that level. It's good. It's
Yeah,
you can
so-
you don't have to tell them the strats. You just tell them a little bit about it.
Yeah, what does he do?
Okay, so since Geb is focused around Christmas and stuff, we want to throw a lot of Blizzard and environmental stuff into our new encounters.
Okay.
And so we decided Geb would be a good candidate for this, and he creates like a little maze that you have to traverse through with your team. But to limit you guys, he puts a really crazy heavy blizzard on your vision, so you can only see like a set distance forward.
Like 7 feet in front of you.
So-
So
Just going to be right. Your objective in this game is going to be move around, right, for a
Yep.
maze
yes,
with limited vision,
yeah, and you have to find him.
Mhm.
and you have to find him, kill him.
And then kill him. But what's going to happen, and I don't want
if
to
you
spoil
don't
too
kill
much,
him
but
fast enough, bad things happen.
he'll do something to stop you from killing him.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
he'll make the maze
That's
harder
enough.
for you guys.
It's
So,
so
so it's
fun.
not just straight up fights anymore. It's going to be a little bit. Is it going to be more detailed things in it? Like, is there more of those things where there's more detailed things? Like, Jingten was just seemed to be straight up fights with a little bit.
Yeah,
of
we have more
variety.
yeah.
environmental things going on.
yeah,
this
we wanted
time.
we wanted
Okay.
more interactivity.
Like-
we didn't want just
Like, what
taking
if there
snake
was
stuff.
some wind that you had to fight against?
Fight the wind.
Fight the
Mm,
wind.
fight
And
the
you're really
wind.
hitting
Like
at
the
some of
wind.
these.
Name of
Yeah.
the wind.
Yeah,
Draft Kulkulkan. Take Kulkulkan. He can control
You think
the
he
wind.
can?
that's a good one.
That's
Control
a good
the
one.
wind, the good-
Yeah.
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 Well, that's it for the Winter Wonderland bit, but we can move on to Miscellaneous and the actual patch notes now as well. Miscellaneous updates for you guys. just to
Oh,
give you a
and
heads
you
up.
get Odyssey points.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You get
Yeah.
Odyssey points as
So-
well.
We should probably go
Right,
over
so
that,
if you
yeah.
guys fell behind on the
Ah.
quests,
Okay.
you can catch up doing some Winter Wonderland quests.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's the
cool.
achievements. You basically get points for doing it.
Yeah.
And if you do it on the harder ones, you get more points.
So-
and you just accumulate the points, and that gives you achievement tiers that give you rewards.
I'll let you read, I'll read it out quickly for you guys now. Completed rounds on easy will earn you 5 points per round for the achievement points, and completed rounds on hard will earn you 15 points per round.
Right.
There will be quests during the weekend while Fafnir's Wonderland that will provide up to 100 points towards the achievement as well. So those achievements unlock certain things, like each tier of achievement will grant the player Odyssey points, as well as the 5th tier will also give a cutesy avatar chest roll with a new cutesy Fafnir added to the chest.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't want like the rewards to be bound to how high you could get
Yeah.
this time. So now you can just kind of grind out the points if you're no good.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so you
we
can just
don't-
sit there and keep
So
going
you
over
can
and over.
actually
Yeah.
get the achievements this time, as opposed to like last time when
Yeah, I
you
figured it's
couldn't
around
get
4.
past level what 3?
I was on 4. It was the highest I
4?
ever got to.
That
'cause
was
I
your
didn't get to
highest?
shame.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Because I
expected
solo
more.
queued too. I solo queued him. I'm like, okay, I've got this. Poseidon, because he looks really good. I crack it and nobody did anything. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't deal with this.
Isn't there 2 leaderboards too? I can't remember.
I think there's one for easy and one for hard. They're
Yeah.
separate.
There is
Okay.
2 leaderboards indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, one for easy, one for hard, so you can keep track of all you and your friends, as well as how you're doing online as well. Miscellaneous, however, is up next, and it's going to be updated High Noon Sylvanas basic attack sound effects and the Baron Frostchild Ymir basic attack sound effects as well, just to make you all happy at home. Items this patch. Pompon, anything exciting to look forward to?
There's one change that is so cheeky that I really like it, and
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. It's not in items though.
Okay.
Thank gods.
Well, let's go into items then. Odysseus bow. This patch, it's going to have a gold reduction by
Mm-hmm.
350 gold. It's now going to be 2,100 instead of 2,450.
Yep.
And it's also going to have the physical power scaling reduced, however, from 50% to 30%. Pompon, what's the reason?
So the goal here is Odie bow is kind of this item that feels like it should be a transitional build item, but it's often too expensive to fit there. You have to donate a whole bunch of gold towards not building crit or not building shin size. And it feels like it should fit more of the role of like Ikvul does in terms of being a bridge build item. And so the cost is coming down so that you can more easily fit into your builds like as third or fourth item.
Yep.
And it gives you good wave clear, gives you good poke. And then the power is coming down because it's not meant to be this late game transitioning item. And so the power came down so that you could build it earlier.
So we're expecting to see this maybe picked up instead of Ikval sometimes?
Yeah, you could see it instead of Ikvul. If maybe you're really looking for that on-hit build with chin size, this might be an item to go for because you just get a whole bunch of attack speed for really cheap. And we'll see how it plays out.
Okay, keep an eye on that one. Next up on the list is going to be Poison Star. And Poison Star is going to have one change this patch, which will be from 30 power to 40.
Yes, and so this one is basically when it came out, it was kind of this weird crit utility item. And crit's generally not a thing you think of when you have a utility. It's a very high damage stat. And so when we're giving high damage stats along with a very powerful utility effect, what its power level is going to be was kind of hard to shake out. Now that we've seen how it's played, we've seen how people use it, we feel like it can have a little bit more power because it needs to be able to compete with other crit items, but it's still not going to be as good as a dedicated crit item build.
Okay.
Just a little bit to help it out.
That's all we're going to see in terms of items this week, but we do have a little bit of God balance, and we'll see what Pom Pom was so excited about a cheeky one a little bit later on. Is it alphabetical order, first of all?
Hopefully.
It better be.
Please.
Otherwise, you back off this set again. First up is going to be Bellona. What's the reason for changing Bellona, first of all?
So she's been
changes.
Well, yeah, she's been a long-standing character who has kind of come in and out of favor, especially after a lot of her balance changes. But a lot of the current really strong solo picks are very good at countering her, especially her bludgeon. You can silence her out of it; she doesn't get the damage. And so we're looking at. She's a character that brings a whole bunch of weapons to the battlefield, right? And she picks the weapon that she needs for a situation.
Yep.
And it feels like she should have other choices against Hammer than when she's picking like against an Amadaros or against someone that can interrupt her. And so we're just kind of making that a little bit different so that Scourge is going to be a little bit better in the early game. And Bludgeon's going to be just a little bit weaker overall, and we've done a few balance number changes and cooldown reduction changes to make that work.
Okay, well, Scourge, you can see it on the screen there for you guys at home as well. Cooldown change from 18 seconds to scaling from 20 down to 16 as you level this one up. And the base damage increase from 60 to 220 is now going to be 80 to 220, so an early game buff there for the most part. Actually, early game buff all the way through to rank 4 there. Rank 5 is still the same. And Bludgeon increased the cooldown from 10 seconds to 12 seconds on Bellona. So we'll see how that works out.
And so a lot of this is Bludgeon's going to be used less often, so it's less of a threat that's going to be continually happening. But in exchange, Bellona has more utility in terms of wave clear. She's going to be a little more powerful at poking you with Scourge. She might even want to rank it up a little bit earlier if she feels that like that's going to be the way she actually clears wave and sustains against another laner. So it's an interesting change to kind of change what she does in the lane.
Next up on the list is going to be Fenrir. Now, Fenrir is going to get a change this patch, which is in terms of his Seething Howl. It's going to be an increase, lifesteal change from instead of being 15 to 35 on the lifesteal, it's going to be 30% at all ranks.
Yeah. So we've done this a few times with other abilities where these abilities kind of scale twice in terms of if it's a percentage thing, if it says 10% more damage, well, that's going to scale in 10% damage as well as when you build items, it's going to get better because scaling higher damage by 10% is going to be better. And so having it scale twice essentially is something that we just wanted to avoid for Fenrir, especially because he's very build diverse. And that build diversity causes a wide array of like power that can be really, really good. It can be really, really bad. So we're normalizing it so players who play Fenrir can build a little bit more easily. And it's also just a straight early game buff for him so that he can sustain a little bit more in the jungle when he's boxing and fighting. He's kind of an early game character in general. He's going to have that lifesteal be really effective early on.
And to be fair, you don't max it until, sometimes you max it a little bit later, but now you can just put it as a 1-point wonder, I guess, for the most part, to help you out with that. Next up on the list is somebody we saw in the mid lane today, which we don't normally see, is Nami is going to get a little bit of love. She didn't do great today, but that's okay, because now she's going to get some love. Her base damage is going to be increased from 36 to 40, and also the basic attack damage per level is increased from 2.05 to 2.4. Pom-Pom, why?
So she's a character that has two basic attacks she has to land. She has to land it going out and land it going back in. And that's very difficult to do. It also causes kind of her power to be a little bit different. So we've making her base auto attacks a little bit better so that you're more rewarded for when you land all of it. And if you only land a component of it, and this is kind of in line with all the other changes we've done to her in terms of changing the percentages she gets, it's just going to be more rewarding when you can land those double basics, making sure she has the damage that she needs to compete, because it's a strength that she has of being able to do these double auto attacks, but it's also a drawback in terms of losing her damage. So making sure that that's a place where we want it to be.
Was that the change that you were excited about?
No, that's not.
Okay.
That's not cheeky.
Is it the next one?
Is Mercury next?
What is cheeky?
It is.
Yeah.
What's cheeky?
Cheeky.
What does that mean?
So cheeky's...
Is that like a British term?
I mean, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, kind of.
Huh.
Cheeky's like... You shouldn't really do it, but it's like, go on, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Like cheeky Nando's, for example.
Okay.
A cheeky Nando's is always good. The UK people will thank me for that one, mentioning cheeky Nando's. Mercury
I have no idea
is
what that is.
gonna go. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. It's just something we do when we go out for a nice night out. Have a cheeky
Okay.
Nando's on the way home. Mercury is gonna get some changes this patch. Pom Pom, why?
So Mercury has been in a weird state ever since a lot of his items that he depended on were removed. People have found that he can be played very effectively as this kind of assassin that goes in, one-shots people with high crit damage.
Yep.
But we previously kind of removed his ability to do that because he had such really good poke with Golden Bow. And so now we're doing two things, which is one, bringing back his movement speed immunity while his 2's active. That way, when he actually goes in, because he's putting himself at great risk, he has a little bit more freedom to move.
Yep.
As well as that fits really well with his theme, right? He's a movement god. As well as he's actually now the fastest god alive.
Fastest god in game.
He is 381.
381, which is one more movement speed than the little baby Vamana and a horse, also known as Chiron.
Oh,
381. So
Wow.
there you go.
381.
That's actually
That's
my
so
favorite
tricky.
change because I think that's just so fun.
I think it's right that he should always stay one movement speed more than anybody we ever put in the game.
Yeah, so if like someone goes 385, that
He's like
patch,
386. He has to. He has to always be the fastest. It doesn't make sense. He's Mercury. He's supposed
Yeah.
to be the fastest.
He's
god
now
alive,
super
right?
fast. And I mean, that also...
He's always super fast. I mean,
As much as that kind of also looks like
Yeah.
just a fun change, that also is going to have a lot of impact on him. We've seen what happens when characters get 5 or 10 additional movement speed, especially someone who benefits so greatly from movement speed. This is going to be quite a big direction buff for him.
Well, next up on the list is a quick change for Susano, I believe. Is that also on the list?
Yeah,
I
this
hope
one's
so.
just a fix.
Just a quick fix an issue where the first part of the skill could be missing FX. So, fixed on that one. Is there a final one at the end there, boys
Yep,
and girls? I
there
just want to make sure,
is.
because I want to make sure my notes are correct, because obviously I've just come off a cast. And I'm
Yes.
like, I don't want to say... So it's Toth as well. It's going to
Yes.
change. What are we changing about Toth and why?
So the change is going to be that his evade and punish is going to have a significantly lower cooldown,
Okay.
especially once you get to late game and rank it up. It's going down from 18 in all ranks to 16, 15, 14, 13, 12.
Okay.
And the big goal here is he's a character that really relies on positioning, right? If he gets ever caught out, he's going to die. He doesn't have very quick damage. His ult has a charge up. His one, you have to get all 3 parts to come out. So he's very position oriented. And so the big thing that he's going to get from this is he's going to have, especially in the late game, 12-second position kind of fix.
It's much better than
Yeah.
8. What was it? 16 at one point?
Yeah, so
Was
you can use it to
18
get
originally?
you can use it to create distance, and then by the time you need distance again, you'll likely have it up again, especially if you build CDR.
Yep.
And this is also we've just seen that as players have kind of explored him because he's very different from any other mage. Players are still learning him, right? And
Yeah.
so we've seen him actually underperform overall. But that also is partially people are just learning him, right? It's like I've heard a lot of people say like I played him for like 3 games, fed my brains out, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I get it now.
I get it now, yeah.
And then they play it well. So we're gonna also see how that kind of goes if people start learning him, see if he improves a little bit on the stat line as people get a little bit better with him.
Okay.
But we might make additional changes to him depending on how he performs.
Okay, fantastic. That's really good to hear. So I think we'll see how that works out with Toth. And that is all the gods for this patch this week as well. So for a quick recap for you guys at home as well, just to make sure you're all aware of it, we're going to have the Fafnir Wonderland is going to be added into this next patch, which is going to be like the Jingten Mountain. You can earn free things in the game as well as play with your friends or just play on your own and maybe unlock some free content in the game as well. It's going to be over the Christmas period and it's going to have some fun in the sort of Jingten Mountain, but it's Fafnir's Wonderland, so it's going to be all Christmassy themed with some new game modes for you to explore in terms of that. But with that, we've got a bit of time for Q&A with Larson, Matty, and Tina, as Tina has now magically reappeared. Tina, you're so fast.
I know, right?
You're faster than Mercury. Have you got speed 382? That's what it is, right?
she's got one
Yes.
more movement speed.
Dan Mercury.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we should have some Q&A questions, hopefully, if production can let us know with them. What's your favorite ability that wasn't put in the game for whatever reason? Who wants to start?
It's a good question.
Ooh.
I can't recall.
What?
I'm not usually part of the gods.
That's
Empire,
true.
So.
Yeah.
Tina,
We'll
you should
skip
have
Can
something.
we just?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tina, come on.
Sorry.
Tina's a designer. You'd think
All
she'd
right.
have a
No, I have
really,
one. I have
really
one.
good
Go
one.
on, tell us.
So I really wanted this ability where, for Kamazots, that if someone was under the tower, you could just like, kind of use Loki's tech to target someone. But if you miss, you completely miss. But what it is you target someone and you could like bounce at them and then pull them back. So you're like he's leaping with you. So when you're leaping in, you're leaping back with him. But it's kind of like Bastet, but you take someone with you, and it's only an
Okay.
enemy.
So, like a Fenrir brutalize over a wall, but when you hit the target, you bring him
You
back
bring him
instead.
back. Yeah.
I get you.
So
Okay, that's an interesting one.
I really
Could be
wanted
fun.
that.
What about you, Chris?
So when we were working on Chronos, I really wanted a a cube that you'd place in the lane, and as things went through it, time would slow. So if you did a projectile through it, it would basically slow down and then speed up when it came out the other end.
Okay.
Almost like a cube of Jello.
Yeah, okay.
And then if you walked in there, your cooldowns would slow down. Like it basically time would slow down
In
when
that
you're in
area.
the cube in that area.
I like a gelatinous
And
cube.
we actually did like a ton of development to do it, and there was just like a few outstanding, like really annoying bugs with it, so we had to pull it because we didn't have time to wait. So
Maybe we see it in
it's
the
a shame.
future. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Next
Next
Another
question.
time god, maybe.
What's we've already asked
Maybe.
that one as well, Lord Whiskey. Next up is Magic Fighter X, Magic Fighter X, I should say. Will we ever be blessed with a cutesy Anubis icon? Who can answer that one for us?
It's Mr. Man over here.
Yeah. It's El
It's done.
Presidente over
We'll
here.
do it.
We've done it already.
I know we haven't done it, but it's we'll do it.
Okay,
Sure.
how soon? Because that's what
Well,
they all like
next,
to know.
The next one that's not already in the pipeline.
Okay, so a little while.
Well,
it's
what's it
on the
what's it
radar.
gonna look like? A little corgi?
Radar.
Is it gonna be like a corgi?
A corgi Anubis?
And
A corgi
A
Anubis?
cutesy corgi Anubis?
That's got to be it, right?
Sold, right?
God.
Done. In one.
What do you think, Tina?
I mean,
Or,
you know how much I like corgis, and
Yeah,
you like
you do.
corgis, so we.
Yeah.
If we
Alright,
do
I don't know,
that,
you can pull it off.
Okay,
then we need a
I don't
Scottish
know.
fold bastet. Know what I'm saying?
you got your wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
what?
Scottish what bastard?
Scottish fold.
She's
Okay.
It's like
she's
those-
obsessed.
Those ears.
Next question,
Oh.
please. We've got the answer for that one. What's the best or worst bug you found in the process of making the game?
Oh, this
Who's got the
Oh,
worst bug
God.
for me?
there's so many.
Is he? Just pick
The
one.
the worst bugs are always they have to do with like people not getting things that they were supposed to get.
Okay.
Like either in their like financial things, like if you got gems or you ordered gems and you didn't get gems.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are the bad ones.
I get you.
Or you were supposed to get like one chest and you get 30.
That makes sense. So
You know what I'm saying? That those are the ones
That doesn't sound like a
like-
bad bug to me, though. Where I'm like, I get 30 chests instead of one, but
Well, it's good for the player, but
not good for
we we need to get paid.
that's true. That's true.
Do fun ones count? Fun bugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other part of the question, right?
I guess like the one where
It's
if
fun or
you're
worst?
bastet, you can fly across the whole map. If you
Oh, the pounce.
Yes, dude,
Yeah.
the pounce.
That's not a bug.
It's not a bug. That's intentional. Working
Okay,
is intended.
well, I still like that one.
Yeah, but that's not
Me
a
too.
bug.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, we can talk about the one where if you're, who was it? If you were backing a base, Athena,
Mm-hmm.
that one.
What
What?
one?
What is it?
The one, crap, which one was it? At one point, that if someone backs the base, they could. Does she still do that? Is that intentional too?
What is?
Where
what do
you
mean?
can port to their if they're
Your-
backing.
Tina, you're not making
All
sense
right,
anymore,
Tina.
Tina.
Quiet,
All right, I'm
quiet,
sorry.
Tina.
Tina,
I'm just
I'm
trying
so-
to. I'm just
I'm done
trying to
with you.
connect with you,
I used
Larson.
to work on business software, and those bugs just always suck, right?
Okay, yeah.
There's never a fun bug.
Yep.
It's just it just doesn't work.
I'll tell you what the fun bug is,
But-
though, for you guys at home. It's arachne.
Oh.
I'm losing carb. There you go.
That's gross.
I'm losing carb. That's a bug.
Well, what I was going to say is, one time when we were developing Global Agenda, one of the effects was pointing at the wrong mesh,
Okay.
and instead of exploding like fire, it exploded heads.
Wait,
Like just heads were
How's
popping
hilarious.
everywhere.
How's that a bug?
No, I know it was
That's not a
awesome.
bug, that's
It was
great.
awesome, but we had to fix it because it
Perfect.
wasn't intentional, obviously.
Well,
oh,
it's been
there's so many. I can't even think of any anymore.
an
like-
absolute pleasure having you on the show, but I think our time is coming to an end. Do you
Really?
want-
Already?
Yeah. Sadly,
Aw,
we've been going
sad.
for an hour, so it doesn't feel that way sometimes, Chris.
It really
just
doesn't.
goes so fast. You never know.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Go on.
Do I have time?
Yeah, of course you do. I'll
okay.
give you as much time as you want.
So it's not even 5:30 yet. We have an Easter egg in Smite
Uh-huh.
that will tell you something about season 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
It'll be in this patch.
Oh.
And it'll be in PTS, so you might even find it earlier than when the patch goes live.
Okay. Well, before I let you go, favorite thing in the patch. Tina, you're first. Great, Tina. Thanks very much. Chris, what about you?
I love the Christmas skins. I mean, Yellow Snow.
Actually, I
Geb.
agree.
Yellow
I
Snow.
like it.
Matt, what about you?
Fafnir's Wonderland. I can't wait to watch you
Oh,
guys.
yeah, that's
all
gonna be
play
awesome.
It. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Patch notes. Sorry, patch should be available PTS. Chris, when is it?
We found some bad problems today. It might be tomorrow. It might be tomorrow.
Might be tomorrow.
It might be tonight.
Okay, well, stay tuned for the PTS. It will be coming out soon. However, we do have another little small interview going on right now to do with Smite Tactics, and Adonis is standing by right about now.
Thanks, Indu. Honestly, my favorite part of the Smite patch notes was watching them all fail to figure out what their favorite parts were at the end.
That was a good part, but I have to give a major shout out to the Geb Snowman.
No.
It has been so long since we talked about that skin, and to finally see it come to life was amazing.
It's a phenomenal skin. But guys, I'm here with Scott Gandhi, lead designer on Smite Tactics, the turn-based strategy game based in the Smite world that we announced a month ago here. But we have some exciting stuff to tell the viewers at home just for Super Regionals.
Yes, we do. So this weekend we'll actually feature 2 professional players from the Super Regionals actually playing Smite Tactics live on stream. So this will be the first gameplay reveal, which is both nerve-wracking and super exciting for me to see kind of my baby out there, but it's going to be awesome.
And you're actually going to be back on the mic for the first time in quite some time.
It is... all of my skill on the mic is just gone, but I have Hindu to carry me, so it's totally fine. But yeah, we're going to be talking over it, and it should be super, super exciting.
And when's that happening again?
That's going to be on Sunday, so it's going to be happening right after the EU finals, right before the North America.
And just to talk, because we announced the beta about a month ago, but we haven't really heard much from Smite Tactics. I know you've been tweeting out stuff, so make sure to follow Scott Gandhi if you do want those spoils.
You know, I try to spoil as much as I can.
There's
just sometimes where I'm like,
see, now you're in charge. Now you can spoil everything, and it feels a lot better.
Empowering.
But what's been going on with Smite Tactics since the last time we heard about it?
Okay, so the Tactics team has gone through a little bit of change. So immediately what we did was we relocated the entire team down to the incubator room, which is actually where Paladins all started off. So Paladins moved into their new room, and now we were able to bring the Tactics team all together downstairs, which has been really nice, but, you know, it's still sad. I'm missing my buddies like Eric Rice and Chris Larson up top, but, you know, as a collective, it's all really starting to gel very, very well.
It's better, and honestly, have we seen any changes in the gameplay? I know you were kind of mentioning it to me earlier that a couple things have changed around in-game from that first release video.
Yeah, so it all started off, and we were like, you know what, maybe we should mix Pantheon. So you could run like a Norse-Egyptian deck or a Norse-Greek deck, and then when we really started to dive into it, we said, you know, it's probably better if I lock into Odin as my leader that I actually stay inside of the Norse Pantheon. So what we ended up having to do was actually create a neutral tab as well. So now after you pick your leader, you will have the ability to choose from the Norse faction. Well, if you pick Odin, you will have the Norse faction.
So you commit to a single Pantheon when you play your game.
And it just kind of streamlines the whole process where, you know, you kind of go in there and you're like, okay, you know what? If I have Odin, I know I'm going to have Thor and Loki and Ymir at my disposal. I can kind of build around
and they're going to have different playstyles, assuming, based on the gods in your Pantheon as well.
Yep. And you guys can all pretty much guess it. Norse is going to be aggro and swarm. There's no reason to not make them that,
Gotta go for the aggro. Gotta go for the just, try and win in the first couple turns, just annoy the other opponent.
That was actually when we started this as a paper prototype all the way back in 2015.
I remember playing it.
The first thing I was like, what makes sense for Norse? And I was like, oh, aggro. It's got to be aggro. There's no way it's not aggro. And they're known for just fighting to the death.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, there really is no one else. They've got to be the aggro tech. Just to verify, though, we are having that show match, guys. Remember, that's going to be between the European and North American Grand Finals on Sunday. Is there any word on the beta yet? I mean, we've got the signups, but when's it getting released?
So the team's still working very, very hard at trying to get something into your guys' hands. Right now, we're still aiming for some time this year. I can't commit to any dates because it's really about all of us hitting our deadlines and making sure that we keep at the same pace that we're currently at. But if all goes well, you know, it should be this year.
And honestly, who's going to be playing the show match? Because all I've heard is that Zap is atrocious at the game. Even his own team after that video was really like, don't ever let Zap play this again.
I think Zap's amazing at the game. Actually, he was probably one of the best when he first got his hands on it. I'm also a Zap fanboy, so it's okay. But we actually don't know who's going to play because what we didn't want to do is we didn't want anyone from the European finals on Sunday to be worried about the show match and then anyone in the North American finals to be worried about the show match. So we'll find out tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night, we're going to announce the players that will be playing on Sunday in between the finals. But if you guys are fans of esports, we've still got more action for the rest of the day. It's Zapman, and he's been trying to get to Worlds for 2 years now. Is this his chance?